It's a bit more complex, but I couldn't think of a catchier title, lol. So I, now 18F, used to go to drama class with this guy. I'll call him David, now 19M, and we were okay friends then, but I quit the drama class in 2022 and haven't seen him all the way until August 2024. We bumped into each other at a club, and he had gotten a massive glow-up since then. He also flirted with me, which nobody had done to me before, not that I can remember, and it was enough for me to start really liking him that same night. It was my second and his first time at a nightclub, and we instantly fell in love with clubbing, so until college started in October in Croatia, we went out every weekend with some friends. 2 or 3 weeks later, I introduced him to my best friend, I'll call her Mary, 19F, as sort of a peer review. I just wanted an opinion from her. She didn't like him that much, said he was a little fucked up and I could do better. In the meantime, I told him I liked him, but he was still not over his last relationship, so nothing came of that, but we remained friends. Over time, the crush slowly faded, but Mary was slowly showing more interest in him. One time it was just me and her in a club, but she kept texting David asking him to come, which my dumbass somehow thought was just in a friendly way. Nothing was really happening between them, so I guess I didn't pay attention to it at all. Fast forward to my birthday in November. 2 weeks prior, David, who is quite promiscuous, kissed a few different people almost every time we were in the club, asked me if it would be okay with me if he made out with some of my friends on my party, and I said no. On the birthday party, Mary asked me if, since I used to like him, I was okay with her kissing David, to which I told her no. Firstly, because I wanted to avoid stuff like that happening at least for that one night, and secondly, she said it herself, the guy's not that good, and I was slowly starting to see that too, so I didn't understand where did the switch-up come from. Also, I'm asexual, and I'm not very comfortable when talking about sex or witnessing anything that could lead to it, people making out, and my friends all know that. Of course, I can take it if it happens in a club. I'm aware I can't really escape it there, but I thought I wouldn't have to explicitly mention to people that I don't want to see that on my birthday party. On the actual party, 20-something people showed up, including David and Mary. I don't know if it was the place I was renting and the colorful lighting that made it feel like a nightclub, or if it was the alcohol, or something third, but one thing led to another, and Mary made out with David. They weren't actually the only ones doing that, but that's not as relevant. I got upset because if people were making out at a birthday party, I don't know much, but I feel like you just don't do that, especially if you know me, and B, they were doing it despite everything I had said beforehand. I ran out of the place, and a couple of friends came after me, including David. I told him why I was upset, and he said that when he asked me if he could make out with my friends, it was a joke, and then took me aside. One would think he was just going to apologize, but instead he started talking about his ex, and something about how he lost her. I don't remember, it was cold, and I just wanted to go back inside. When we came back in, David was being a crybaby while I tried to have somewhat of a good rest of the night. 2 days later, Mary texted me. We met up and she apologized for the party, said she felt disgusting, and this is key, never wanted to see David again, and I meant to her so much more than he did. I forgave her instantly because we were friends since literally the first day of high school, and I wasn't going to let some guy ruin it all just like that. The next weekend, I went to David's workplace to talk with him, but he didn't think he did anything wrong at all and told me I was overreacting, so I quickly gave up on it and decided to stop hanging out with him. With the rose-colored glasses off, another friend who regularly went to the club with us made me realize how awful David actually was. He only ever made out with drunk girls. The friend told me how David tried to have sex with his completely blackout drunk friend twice, and I don't even want to imagine what else he did that neither of us know. All in all, I avoided ever speaking to him again. A month later, one morning I opened the phone to a bunch of messages from David. He told me that the week prior he was in the club and stumbled upon Mary and another friend, that Mary wanted to dance with him, flirted with him for hours. In the end, they made out, And then he sent me pictures of him and Mary kissing that apparently he told the other friend that was with them to take in case Mary tried to bullshit her way out of anything. He also sent me screenshots of a bunch of flirty texts between him and Mary the morning after, and also said that when he asked her, "What about telling me that you never wanted to see me again?" Mary answered she had to make something up, otherwise I would kill her. Which I would much rather if Mary told me, "Fuck you, I'm gonna keep hooking up with David no matter what you say, he's hot," than for her to lie to me like this. I simply sent one of the pictures to Mary and then blocked her on everything. I didn't care who was flirting with whom. Was she drunk or no? I don't think there is a good excuse for doing that, or at least not telling me about it. Only 5 days before David sent me the photos, I had met up with Mary for coffee because I just wanted to see her, so she had a great opportunity to tell me about it face to face, but she never intended on saying anything. If it weren't for the photos, I would honestly hear Mary out on her side of the story, but I don't think there's any way they aren't real. My friends say I'm doing the right thing, but my family says I should talk to her and hear what she has to say. Am I being too harsh on Mary, or should she stay blocked?